This is a Python script that monitors stock prices in real time and sends email alerts when a chosen stock falls below a set price threshold. It's useful for keeping track of major price movements without needing to watch the market manually. In this example, I'm just testing whether the alert triggers and the email gets sent. And yes, it stops as soon as the price drops below the target. But this can actually be more than just a simple stock price alert tool. It's really a flexible Python template you can adapt to trigger alerts based on other conditions, like a stock dropping a certain percentage or a technical indicator hitting a critical level. You can run this code a few different ways, either manually from your command prompt or terminal by just keeping the terminal open and your computer running, or by deploying it to a server or cloud platform if you want it to reliably run 24/7 without having to rely on your local machine. The script is currently set to stop running once the price reaches the target, so the automation stops after the trigger fires and the email sends. You could run several of these on a cloud service for critical market events you anticipate occurring. It's ready to go off the shelf if this suits your use case, but you can easily modify it for other scenarios. By the way, this is just one building block of building a full automation system with Python. In this video, we'll walk through the code and how it works. And if you want to dive deeper into building advanced automations with AI, check the link in the description for my Python AI automation crash course. The setup is pretty minimal. You'll need to create an app password for your email account, since your credentials will be stored in an environment file. It's probably a good idea to create a separate email account just for this, so you don't risk exposing your primary credentials. And definitely don't hard code your username and password directly into the script, especially if you're running it on a cloud service where the code could be exposed. I've linked to instructions for creating an app password with Gmail, but you can just ask Gemini or ChatGPT how to do it for any other email provider. If you're running it from your local machine, create a virtual or Conda environment with Python 3.10. You'll then want to install through pip, python.env, and yfinance. Make sure to install the exact version of yfinance on the screen, or the code might not work. All right, open up your code editor and start by importing the necessary libraries. You'll need OS and time for handling environment variables and delays, date time to timestamp your price checks, and yfinance to pull real-time stock data. Then you've got SMTP lib and MIME text from Python's email module, which handles sending your email alert. Finally, import load.env from the .env package, so you can securely load your email credentials from a separate environment file. Now set your stock ticker, target price, and how often you want the script to check, which is in seconds. There might be rate limits with yfinance or other stock price APIs, so be aware of that. Then we'll load in the environment variables from the environment file, which should be in the same directory as your code. In the environment file itself, you'll need the account email from which the alert will send, as well as the app password for that account. You'll also need the email address where the alert will send to, and the SMTP server and port of the email provider that you'll be sending from. You can find these for your email provider through a quick Google or ChatGPT search. Make sure to convert SMTP port to an integer since it's loaded as a string. Now we'll define the two main functions that make up the core of this script. These will later run inside a while loop. First is check price. It takes a stock symbol, uses yfinance to fetch live market data, and tries to return the latest price, either from the faster fast info or, as a fallback, from info. If something goes wrong, like a network issue or a rate limit, it catches the exception and returns none instead of crashing the script. Next is the send email function. This builds a simple email using the current price data, sets the subject and email addresses, and sends it through your configured SMTP server. It also uses Start TLS to securely upgrade the connection before logging in and sending the message. If everything works as planned, you'll see a message in the terminal log confirming that the alert was sent. So let's now take a look at the while true loop, which keeps this script running. This infinite loop means the script will keep checking the stock price over and over until a certain condition is met. On each pass, it calls the check price function to get the most recent price of the stock, then grabs the current time to timestamp the check. If the price comes back as a valid number, it prints out a log showing the ticker, the time, and the current price, just so you can see what's happening in real time. Then it checks whether the price has dropped below your target. If it has, it sends the alert email and then immediately exits the loop using break, which stops the script from running any further. If the price hasn't crossed the threshold yet, it just prints a message and waits for the number of seconds you set previously in the check interval variable before trying again. If the price couldn't be fetched, for example, if there's an error or a temporary connection issue, it logs a warning instead, skips the alert, and still waits before the next try. You can now go to your terminal, navigate to the directory with the Python script and the environment file, and write Python followed by the script name to get it running. If you found this automation tutorial interesting and want to learn more about automating with Python, make sure to check out the link in the video description below to learn more about my new Python AI automation course. It's designed to take you step by step through building real-world automation workflows like this one. And make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the Deep Charts channel to stay updated on the latest AI tools and models.